for you, a 60-second response. You're on record as supporting the town council manager form of government. Please, why you think this method of government is more effective than the mayor-council form that the town initially had?
Like under the town administrator, if the issue came up, he'd have to wait till the next council meeting for it to be discussed and acted on. As a manager, he has the authority, he can go ahead and make the decision and get the problem solved. Also, as a manager, he's in charge of his staff, and the council is not bogged down to trying to micromanage every staff member that we have. And so it just works more effective. I don't see the size of the town has anything to do with it. And things have just been going a lot smoother and a lot better since we have formed a manager.
Thank you. Diane, this next question is for you, a 60-second response. Citizens sometimes ask if contentious issues can be put to a referendum. Do you feel special elections should be held for any contentious issue? And if so, how would you determine which ones?
Well, I agree with that. The council works for the town. We are voted in. When I say we are, I'm assuming things aren't. The council is voted in by the people of the town of Summerfield. If they have some questions, and if they come to the town council and put these questions to them, and it's something that concerns the whole town, I definitely think it's worth the time and the money to let the citizens decide by referendum and by vote. Now, there are some things that I think that the council can decide on their own. This would have to be weighed out in the council meetings and with the communication with the citizens to see just how we would move forward on it. But I definitely think that the citizens need to have a voice in what's going on in their town.
Thank you. Jeff, the same question for you in a 60-second response. Citizens sometimes ask if contentious issues can be put to a referendum. Do you feel special elections should be held for any contentious issues, and if so, how would you determine which ones?
Well, my answer is going to be unexciting because I'm completely aligned with Diane in terms of, yes, I do support that for the very same reasons. We're elected by the town, and again, whether it's me or someone else, we're elected by the town citizens. The town citizens have the right on certain issues, and I'll talk to you in just a moment what those issues should be, to vote in referendum for some of the bigger things. I think the threshold, and I'm certainly open for debate on this, and I would love public input, but the threshold should be set on either a dollar amount or a serious change in direction for the town. Those are the kind of the guidelines that I would look to use to determine whether or not it should go to a referendum. Thank you.
And Rich, 60-second response, the same question. Would you like to repeat it, or?
No, I think I know. My only concern with referendums, and I'm all for citizens voting for and deciding what happens in their community and their government. The concern I have is the constant call for referendums. And you see this a lot in the state of California, where everything's put up for referendum all the time, and the government's basically handcuffed when it really comes down to making certain decisions. And I would really be cautious about, I guess, supporting every referendum idea that comes before council. I think that in regard to large expenses, in regard to like governmental shifts, whether it be mayor council or council manager systems, those should come before the community and be voted upon. My other concern would be allowing enough time following a referendum to actually see if it's effective.
Thank you. The next question will be for Mark, a 60-second response. In voting for a tax holiday this year, the town will not receive about $130,000 based on the 3.5 cent per $100 property value tax rate in 0809 for the next year. Do you think this was a good trade-off for having a tax holiday?
I do not feel it was a good move on behalf of the council. The town's budget has for years been a blend of several different things. One thing is the money that we have to pay. You combine that with the small property tax, with the sales tax that property tax throws off. You combine it with the ABC distribution profits, as well as the state taxes of various utility taxes. All these things combined make up the town's budget usually for the last 4 or 5 years. And by removing this one item, this one sales tax, this will completely throw off the town's budget for a couple of years when we depend on other things.
Don, the same question, would you like to repeat?
Yeah, go ahead and repeat it.
In voting for a tax holiday this year, yeah, right, okay. In voting for a tax holiday this year, the town will not receive about $130,000 based on a 3.5 cent per $100 of property value tax rate of 0809 for this current year. Do you think this is a good trade-off for having a tax holiday?
Well, on that question, I spoke with Rick Frenchstone at the tax department. And as I spoke to him, he said the money that currently in the revenue sharing, Summerfield won't receive, obviously, we all know that. And my view on that is, I think it's important to let the citizens of Summerfield know that either we're going to keep a very, very, very low tax base so we can keep our budgets very low. And then the other side of that is that we keep enough money in our coffers according to mandated by state law. I'm not going to say it was a bad thing, but I think we need to be consistent. That's where I'm going to go with that. Be very consistent on which way we go on that. Because if we do it up and down, there's nothing wrong with a low rate. We need to do that, but we need to keep our spending very low also. So if we have a 3.5%, and then all of a sudden we jump to 5.5% because we're spending too much, we got to balance it. But I think the citizens need to know either we're going to do it or we're not going to do it. But consistency is the key.
Jeff, this next question is for you, a 60-second response, please. Since Summerfield taxpayer dollars are being spent to build athletic fields, should children from neighboring communities be prohibited or discouraged from using the athletic fields?
No, I don't think they should be discouraged. I'm not even sure how you would do that. I guess I could expand on that. I mean, it seemed like a yes/no answer a question to me, but I certainly have no problem with any kids using the ball fields, and I certainly wouldn't even know how to police it if we were going to try to do something different than that. So I will take the remainder of the time to say that some may think that I'm actually against ball fields. I'm not. I'm against egregious public spending without any private money going towards the initiative. So just wanted to make sure that my position was clear on this, that I perfectly fine with parks and perfectly fine with ball fields. I am a little frustrated that there isn't any private money going towards any of these projects.
Thank you. Rich, a 60-second response to the same question. Since Summerfield taxpayer dollars are being spent to build athletic fields, should children from neighboring communities be prohibited or discouraged from using the athletic fields?
No. And I'll tell you why. Kids need to get out. They need to exercise. They need places to enjoy nature, whether it be a park or a ball field. I was out fishing right down here, and a couple people there from Reedsville, okay? They're just enjoying our park, very happy to be there. I think it would be very disingenuous and very kind of closed-minded to tell these people that they have to go someplace else because we don't want our resources used by outsiders. It's nature, or it's a sports venue. It's something that should be enjoyed by all, whether it's people coming from Oak Ridge or people coming from Reedsville to come here to play ball or to run with their kids or bike or whatever around the park.
And Diane, a 60-second response.